Good morning, viewers all over the world. Another opportunity to share little lessons of life with us. Today, I'm going to quickly talk about our political matters. I look at as at the last lesson on conflict resolution. What do bring problems in our society generally? And then when we look into political matters, let's make a differences or separation between what I call party membership, electioneering processes, then governance. All right. For every level of administration and governance worldwide, there are different principles and formula people adopt. But we know that, generally speaking, democracy is the best form of governance. And when we simply define democracy as the government of the people, by the people themselves, and then for the people themselves, that is, it is the people that coordinate their governance, how they want to live together. All right, let's make a difference. Party membership, that is the first stage in governance. Individual has that freedom of expression in a real democratic setting. You have the freedom of expression to choose which party you belong to. You have to participate, you have to belong to one party or the other. Then each party has principle of work, their manifesto, their agenda, their plan, their set goals for setting up that party. That's fine. Then after that, a separate issue is the electioneering processes. The electioneering processes have different methods. Individual countries have the way they plan it and do it. An election is fixed and conducted and all that. We have the umpires that supervise the election, like in the case of Nigeria, the INEC, and then we have the collation of the result and all that. And at the end of the day, a democratic setting definitely work with the principle of executive, judiciary, and the legislative. And the judicial system, they are the one that operates the rule of law. They formulate law. They are the one that make judgment and all that when there are issues. Then, aside that, they are the one then be the final umpire to make a declaration after all form of disputes is being resolved at their table. The INEC in Nigeria case is the umpire like a referee that supervises the election and pronounces result. That's another point. That's another segment. Then after that, the third one I say now is governance. Governance is when the real thing, the real deal is done. Governance principle is what make the difference between the Western world and then the underdeveloped nation. The advanced country and the underdeveloped nation. The way they do their principle of governance. In governance, we have the dividend of democracy. People have feel the result. In governance, that's where you have the basic amenities, the social amenities, and the factors of life that make life easier for people. That is governance. It's a total different ball game. Now, we are on planet Earth. From all knowledges of the world, from all scholars and everything, everybody will agree that this Earth we are, there's no perfection. Yeah, if there's no perfection on Earth, what is the factor for that? To the religious scholars, we know that Satan is a common enemy of man and is here on Earth. God put him on Earth. Nobody knows where he is. All the religious scholars believe and connect to Almighty, Supreme God, by faith. Who knows the address of God? Nobody, but we all connect by faith. And our weapons in connection to God is prayer. Fine. So any form of misunderstanding and conflict, we resolve it by taking it easy and simple as ABC. Sit down, address it. But now let's quickly look back to our political class. Why are we like this, especially in our own country, dear country, Nigeria? If you look at Nigeria, you say, why are things not working? Nigerians will sit down and say, what is the problem? What is the cause of our problem? Whereas our problem is as simple as ABC, if you look at it as simple as ABC. And based on these three segments, can we call back ourselves right from the political state, all the stakeholders in the political sector. Let's make a redress. We are clamoring for new Nigeria. New Nigeria is so simple as ABC, if you believe it's simple as ABC. What is the slogan of Nigeria? We have our national symbol, 4 words, key words: faith, unity, peace, and progress. These 4 factors is what we can use to build up character and attitude. Now, that in addressing that in the political sector, can all the political stakeholders address politics as sport? In the game of sport, we have the referee, we have people participating and all that. There's a spirit of unity in sport. In sport, even in political slogan, we say there's no permanent friend and enemy. But why is it that we are always in anger? We don't do things together. There's differences, there are issues. So can we address the political space as sport? Immediately sport is done and the matter is over, we separate that aspect. We take the aspect of sportsmanship separate. Party formation, everybody have their formula of forming your party. Then immediately the umpire declare an election result. We have our maturity, which I give it to us as at this last election. The maturity to go to court, the maturity to address our matter in dialogue and tolerance. Then when all that is even done, that is the first stage, second stage is done. Can we now have dividend for democracy? That is governance. In governance, that's a different ball game where everybody, the whole Nigerian, the stakeholders come together to put in their best to make sure things work. If you look at our nation, endowed, blessed with resources and all form of graces from God, what is now our trouble? We have plenty, we are suffering plenty. Attitude is it. And I said the best way we do is we work on what I call character revolution. In character revolution, we keep reforming ourselves. We stop all the blame games. When there are issues, we sit down to address it. We give room to patience and prayers. The religious circle can do more. We have the Muslim faithful, the Christian faithful, all the faithful in Nigeria. Why is it that we can't build up character? So that is the role of the religious places. We are to teach and train people on how to have character and on those 4 values. Faith in their country. If you don't believe in Nigeria, who will help us believe it? The Western world see Nigeria working. They call us that we are stinkingly rich. They see our resources. So what do we see? The Western world discover talents in Nigeria. We kill the talents. So let's address our what? Attitude. The religious spaces has a long, plenty work to do. The Almighty is depending on them. To build up character. Then, back to the political space. To round up this little teaching, can we check that 3 segments? Party membership, electioneering processes, and then governance. Governance is the key. Governance is the result that is what makes Nigeria to be like this. The level at which we have done governance since independent time 1960, if governance principle has been on consistency, and people are getting the basic social amenities, good road, power supply, all those basic things that can make life easier. All our youth are going to abroad. Everybody is running to the advanced nation. If the advanced nation don't develop their nation, we can't go there to have facilities to enjoy. So governance. In governance, we suspend all the dispute and all the fight, and everybody team up. In governance, those that are in governance today, they are to serve. They welcome every other person. We operate on open door policy where we can address. Then when there are issues, instead of fight, the opposition type that would destroy anything we have built or the other previous administration has built, we engage what we call constructive criticism. In the constructive criticism, you can bring out point, alternative solution, and suggest it, and present it. Fine. Those in power can sit up to look at it and help us to grow. Finally, Rome was not built in a day. We can start now to start building Nigeria of our dream. And if we do it, It's for our good. We address our issue with patience. Yes, the rich can be rich when they make provision for the poor. But when the rich are rich and they don't want to make provision for the poor, at the end of the day, the rich will not be convenient while the poor are suffering. God has made provision for Nigeria to be great. We have a lot of benefit, a lot of opportunity. The manpower is there, endowed great things. So let's stop the blame games. Let's go to practical action. Let's make things work. Every tribe, all stakeholders in Nigeria, we are all important. All languages, tribes, and tongues, we are all important. We have something we can contribute to the development of our nation. When we do that, it's for our good. If we build it and fine, even the Western world will be glad to come around and have their picnic and have their holidays here. The same way we can go there to do. Then the Almighty remains the Almighty. He is the Almighty that knows the beginning and the ending. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He has a destiny for Nigeria. Yes, let's sit up to make it work so that the Almighty God will not have a reason to be angry with us. We need to be sufficiency so that plenty people in Africa that we need to aid, other people around the world that we need to use the resources to help. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So God has given us abundance. Let's work out things to make it work so that we can get there. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. The leadership, the followership, we all have roles to play. We don't blame only the leadership. We don't blame only the followership. We make it work. Everybody make a shift. And then gradually, we get there. We get there. We get there. God is ready to help us. But if we don't take the necessary step, who will help us? We need to believe in ourselves, even if nobody believes in us. So it's a gradual process. And as a nation, Nigeria, we need the Western world. They are fast advancing technology. We can learn from them. But when we don't coordinate ourselves to have faith, unity, peaceful atmosphere, then how can anybody come in to help us? So let's sit up and make a turnaround. It is possible. It is possible when we believe. Character revolution is the way out. In places of work, the employer stroke the employee. We have roles to play. New Nigeria, everybody is shouting about. Everything is not all about presidency. Everything is not about the governor. Everything is not about this and that. We all have little to play. Yes, when we make a little change, the atmosphere will generally change. Yeah. God will bless Nigeria. God will help us. But it's time we do something now. So to the political space, you are the aim of the affairs of democracy. Let's learn that. Take it as sport. In sport, Arsenal versus Chelsea, all different kind of sportsmanship club and all that. After the whole game of sport, can we embrace each other, share things around, coordinate in team spirit? Then we are going to definitely get result. The result is what the poor masses are looking for. The quick formula that can make life easier. Yes. Psalm 9, the Almighty declare, the expectation of the poor shall not be cut short. God will not be happy to have blessed Nigeria with plenty. And we have suffering here and there. God will help us when we take it. Let's obey grace God's word. Let's coordinate ourselves and see the new Nigeria of our dream. God will help us. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.